This program provides education, not advice. Sponsors pay a fee for endorsements and interviews. See the truthayf.com disclosure page for details.
This is where technology, innovation, and personal finance come together.
This is The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman. Brought to you by Global X ETFs, dedicated to providing investors with unexplored intelligent solutions, and by Invesco QQQ. Anyone can become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
It's Monday, July 17th. Let's talk pollution. Buildings produce a lot of it, a lot of CO2. Boilers that heat those buildings, they burn natural gas or oil. There's a 30-story apartment building in Manhattan, however, where they capture the carbon dioxide and they cool it. They turn it from a gas into a liquid, and then they truck it to a concrete factory in Brooklyn. The carbon is then mixed into the cement and sealed into concrete blocks. Keeps it out of the atmosphere. They're capturing 60% of the CO2 emissions from that building, cutting the building's overall emissions by 25%. This is the first building to do this, and there's wide expectation that others will follow suit. Here's another innovation. Scientists have figured out how to remove carbon pollution from the air, turn it into sodium bicarbonate, that's baking soda, and store it in oceans. This could be 3 times more efficient than other technology. Now, there's a problem with capturing carbon dioxide from the air. The problem is that it's only a small part of the air, 0.04%. So there's a new tech in Iceland that can capture 4 tons of carbon dioxide a year. That's equal to what 800 cars produce. And once they capture it, they can easily turn it into baking soda and release it into the ocean. But isn't that legally defined as dumping, which is banned by international treaty? They're going to have to figure out if dumping baking soda into the ocean is an environmental issue. Solve one problem, create another? I don't think so. So let's try this solution for our environment: geothermal energy. We grab the heat from hot springs and geysers. Geothermal's everywhere that tectonic plates have pushed magma close to the Earth's surface. By the way, where does that happen? Along the entire Pacific Ocean. There's a huge circle, the Ring of Fire, they call it. There's also a lot of geothermal power production in Nevada and California. Hot water is pumped to create steam. The steam rotates a turbine. But geothermal is less than 1% of our nation's energy production. Now there are companies trying to find geothermal energy everywhere, even where it's not near the surface. You've heard of fracking. That's looking for oil deep in the rocks. Now they are fracking for heat. The hottest rocks are 2 to 5 miles deep, and the Department of Energy thinks we can supply 10% of our energy needs this way. That's a 10-fold increase of what we do today. Now, the 2 biggest obstacles are cost and proof it'll work. It's expensive to dig deep, and you don't know what you're going to find. In fact, that's an old joke about oil. How do you define an oil well? It's a deep hole in the ground with a liar on top. Will this be the same thing with geothermal? We'll have to find out. But the race is on to find new sources of clean energy. And there are a lot of ways you can invest in this strategy. ETFs from both Invesco and Global X. From Invesco, there is the MSCI Sustainable Futures ETF. The symbol is ERTH, Earth. And the Invesco Global Clean Energy ETF, the symbol is PBD. And at Global X, they have the Clean Tech ETF, symbol CTEC, and the Green Building ETF, the symbol GRNR. Greener. You can learn about all of these at Invesco.com and GlobalXETFs.com, or just ask your financial advisor. Want to learn more about personal finance and how to achieve financial success? Check out my master classes. There are 3 master classes, and they're all free. Financial planning in the age of longevity, preparing teens for their future, how to prevent college from ruining their lives, and achieving retirement security in the 21st century. Check out my master classes, available at thetafe.com. The link is in the show notes, and you can watch them right now. See you tomorrow.
Lately, it seems like buzz around ChatGPT and the potential of generative AI is everywhere. But this trend didn't appear from the blue. It reflects years of innovation by many leading-edge companies. Looking to add AI exposure to your portfolio? Rather than try to pick individual winners, consider the Global X Artificial Intelligence and Technology ETF, ticker AIQ, which invests in dozens of stocks across the emerging AI frontier. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Technology companies can be affected by rapid product obsolescence and intense industry competition. Before investing, carefully consider the fund's objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in the full or summary prospectus at globalxetfs.com. Read carefully. Distributed by SEI Investments Distribution Co.
Support for Rick Edelman's podcast comes from Invesco QQQ. Meet Carmen, an everyday person who likes working in the garden, hosting dinner parties with friends, and listening to live music. She also participates in Progress by investing in a fund that supports innovative ideas. Invesco QQQ ETF allows you access to innovators of the NASDAQ 100, so you don't have to be an engineer to help push progress forward. Anyone can become an agent of innovation. Learn more at Invesco.com/QQQ. There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
How do advances in science, technology, and medicine translate into investment opportunity? Listen and learn.
This is The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman.